So here's how it's going to work, and everyone gets to pay attention to me now. We are going to take questions in an orderly manner, so people are going to approach through the center aisle here, where Nathan can see you, and everyone can hear you. So people who are sitting on the edge, Nathan can't see you right now, so there's still spaces in the middle. If you want to scooch on in, that'd be great. Otherwise, no one can see you until these things. So, all right. So, we're going to start off by welcoming our special guest, Mr. Fillion QA. All right. So before we begin, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into acting? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. All
I
right.
see a picture of a girl. I don't see you though.
Oh, Claire's well, okay. And you're seeing a picture of there. That's not
There's a poster that says star.
Okay. Oh, really? Hey, what's a second?
Are you all in your places with your bright shine?
All right. So, why don't you start us off by telling us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved?
Hey, I'm Nathan Fillion. I'm some of you may know me from Desperate Housewives. Some of you may know me from Castle. Your mom probably knows me from Castle.
Where's Chris?
I'm going to bet most of you know me from Firefly. Some might say legendary. It's only actually me that says it. I'm trying to get it started. Hasn't caught on yet, but I'm still trying. And a long time ago, my very first gig was a soap opera called One Leg Split, which I worked with and met and still hang out with JQ's parents. Where's JQ? I've known him since he was a baby, but I've never bathed him or changed his diaper. So you're safe, JQ. No, it's no embarrassing stuff. Oops, too late, right? I did it. I said I was going to do it. I did it. And that's me. That's me. And here I am.
Okay, well, first of all, we are STAR. We're Space Time Adventures at RIT, or RIT Sci-Fi Club. And you are the proud special guest of StarFest 2016. Yeah. So we're going to start off. If you have questions for Nathan, please form an orderly row in the center. Joe here is going to screen your questions and make sure that you don't, say anything
Here,
inappropriate.
give me tilt the camera down a little bit for me.
Oh, yeah.
Feeling. There you go. Keep going. That's, now I see you.
All right.
Who was talking? Somebody have a question? What's going on?
Yep. All right. So, you have questions? Form a line. Okay, so feeling popular. I can have everyone be quiet. All right, so.
Hi, Mike Sarlo. My question is the question that you probably expected. Where is Dr. Horrible to?
So, all of us have been rather busy, all the books that were written, Dr. Horrible. But everybody wants to do a new one. Felicia has been very busy with her book. Rainn Wilson, sorry, he's not in it. Bill Patrick Harris has had a couple of TV shows. He's hosted a bunch of things. I've been doing Castle. I can't remember what Josh has been doing, but something cool. And we all want to do it. It's just a matter of the timing is finding time to do it. But we're all in. We're all in like Clintons.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you much. I'm not working on my good job.
episodes which are kind of silly, as far as how Castle acts, and a lot of ones that are more serious. And I was just wondering whether you prefer the episodes where you get to be silly, or the episodes where you get to be really serious.
That's a great question. I think I used to be pretty good at comedy before I started trying to do comedy. And I actually started trying to do comedy, and I was doing bad comedy. I realized if you're trying to be funny, it's not going to be very funny. It kind of comes off as desperate.
What's your
or like you're trying to be.
I was going to ask about the episodes of Castle that act like sci-fi, like the time travel one and whatnot.
People believe that you're a guy saying everything that you are saying. They believe every word is important. So in that way, comedy and drama are no different. So certainly I like to make people laugh, but at the same time, I don't have much of an audience for the job I do. It's just a crew. But they've seen a lot of Castle episodes really, slowly. It takes us 8 days to make one of those things. It's rare that they go, hey man, today you made me cry. Sometimes they do it, and it's a neat feeling. It's the applause that my heart desired when I first started becoming an actor. So there's really no difference. I have a lot of satisfaction in both. Both are hard. Both are hard to do. And it's not to be lifted. Excellent question, Tyler.
Seeing myself on camera is kind of weird. So, I know a lot of people here know you from Firefly and Serenity and all that. I mainly know you from the Halo series and being in that. And I know that the newest one, Halo 5 Guardians, you returned to the role of Buck. My understanding is that that was not like the original plan, like it was originally someone else planning to get in there, but then you ended up being brought in and they redid one. So how did you end up kind of returning to that role as Buck? How did that come about?
Oh, I didn't know about them not planning to what? What did you do?
So I guess
No, I'm teasing. They called me up. They've been planning this stuff really, really far in advance. They because the video game consumer nowadays needs something they're going to. They just have, they're high class guys, you know what I mean? Video games are not easy to do. You can't just throw it out there and hope it sticks. You've got to have a good game. They planned it a great deal of it in advance. The story was very, very important. And they said, hey, we want to bring back Buck. It was a brand new company. Bungie used to do Halo. Those are the guys I worked with. And this is 343. And they gave me a ringo. I was like, I'm on board, man. I can be a part. I'm playing the first Halo. Had a double surgery, double hernia operation. Not pleasant. Halo, I was down for 2 weeks in Halo, man. Saved my life. Ever since. Killed a lot of red guys, though. Killed a lot of red guys, blue guys. In my year.
That's my fourth story.
Well done.
Hi, Nathan. I'm Haley. I'm a huge Firefly fan. I'm still depressed over the movie and what happened in my hold up field, but that's okay. So I have a two-part question. My first part is, what was your favorite episode of Firefly and why? And the second part is, can you sing the Firefly theme song?
Okay, my favorite episode of Firefly was Out of Gas, because we got to see how the rest of the crew kind of came to the crew and how they found shit and all that kind of stuff. The only thing wrong with that episode was there wasn't enough Shepherd book. Like Shepherd book. I like him a lot. I just thought, anyway, I really dig that guy. The other one is, could I sing the Firefly theme song? I, as a practice, I never sing in public. I 5, 6, 7, 8. My love. Oh my God, you're a tall one.
Propose! Propose!
Sci-Fi conventions, I sign a bunch of autographs and I take photos with people. Whenever I meet a guy this tall and he's standing beside me, I always crouch down even more.
Alright, yeah, question. Given the conclusion of Serenity, I understand this may be difficult, but given funding, is there any chance that we can see a continuation of Firefly or something more happen with Firefly?
Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be the coolest thing in the world?
Yeah,
What if it sucked? What if? Dang. What if the most wonderful thing you've ever seen, it's like, oh my God, this is amazing. All I want is more. The next time you get it, you go, oh, it sucked. What if that happened, guys? Careful what you wish for. I mean, what am I going to say? You know what's really easy to think about is, I do this anyway. I look at a guy who's in a movie, and he's like the lead guy in the movie, and I go, that guy's in charge. He's probably in charge of the next movie. He's not really the guy in charge. It's never really my call for this kind of stuff, nor do I know really the ins and outs of the businesses. I'm the guy who says the lines and they tell me where to stand, put the clothes on me and stuff. So my responsibilities kind of are down here, whereas making movies and stuff is up there. Would I do it? Yeah. Heck yeah, everybody would. Everybody would. If we had the money and someone said, let's make another movie, we'd say, yeah, why not? Of course we would. We loved it. We loved it. It's a great job.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi Nathan, my name is Cooper, and since you said that you were a fan of Halo and your role as boss and characters, are you familiar with Rooster Teeth's Red vs. Blue? And if you are you ever going to collab with them at all, or for a episode?
I'm familiar with Red vs. Blue. When they first started coming out, I was really enjoying it. I kind of lost my way after a while, but I know they're wonderfully successful. I know they're gaining fans all the time. They've been around for a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. So, if you were to ask you to be in an episode to voice a character, would you do it?
If someone was to come up to me and say, would you like to do a fun job at a really fun show about a thing that you think is really fun? Oh, and it's a job, by the way. So yeah, I'd say, yeah, all right. And I think you should too, in the future. If someone wants to pay you to do something that you're really jazzed about, you would do for free, take the money.
Thank you.
Hi there, I have two questions. The
Okay.
first one is, who's your favorite superhero? If you have one.
Oh, you want to answer right now?
Yeah.
Right now? Despite my love for the X-Men and Spider-Man, despite the Superman versus Batman movie as of late, I think Batman is perhaps one of the coolest guys that ever lived. But, like, I would never want to be his friend because he's obviously got something loose. Or man, the guy dresses up like a bat and fights crime. He's lost it. Does a super good job at it. Super cool. He can take on Superman, so. But if I wanted superpowers or something like that, I'd want to be Spider-Man, but I'd have to somehow include the webbing in there because I don't know how to make a web shooter.
Good answer, thank you. And my second question is, what job, whether it was an acting job or something else, made you grow the most?
Which one made me grow the most? It's a good question, because you learn something from every job, obviously. Sometimes through success, and sometimes through hardship or failure or disappointment. I'm gonna turn the tables on you a little bit and tell you that the thing I grew the most from was I was unemployed for an entire year, trying to work like crazy, having an entire body of work behind me that I was really proud of, and not being able to get a job for a year, watching my savings dwindle and paying my rent on credit until I could get my tax returns back so that I could pay off my debt and then move back to New York and get back on the soap opera I was on because they said, we'll always be here if you want to come back. I was ready to go because I had nothing. I was down to less than nothing. And that taught me to appreciate work and to save my money and to plan ahead. I think that was one of them that made me grow the most. And it taught me about rejection too, which is a harsh lesson, but something to be learned, and you don't take it personal. It's just a job. You do the best you can.
Thank you.
Although stay in school and don't do drugs.
Hi, Nathan. Oh man, I'm so nervous. Love you. Been a long time fan.
Any singing?
Yes, my question has to do with Con-Man and Spectrum. Kind of going off of what the tall guy was asking you. What if you did a series on Spectrum? Yeah, is that possible? And is Con-Man possibly going to TV or to websites?
You know, well, there's going to be a season 2 of Con-Man. That is a certainty. There's a team of writers working on it. We're going to bang it out in June. Where could it go in the future? What if one season of Con-Man was a season of Spectrum? What if that? You know what I mean? If we could make it look just cheap enough. There was a scene we did. There was a scene we did when we were filming some of the Spectrum scenes, where there's a panel in the wall and it slides up, and I have to go into this Jeffries tube. Remember those Star Trek? Any nerds? Any nerds? So I go in the Jeffries tube and I fix this light thing. It's a light thing. Every time he tried to raise up this thing, it was on a guitar string, but they're clear. So it was on this plastic string, and he went to raise it and go, boom! Like a big gag. Okay, so minus the guitar string, but looking like it was pulled on a string. That kind of cheap, the entire Spectrum season. That's my pitch.
Hi, Nathan.
Wait, what?
I'm a big fan.
You guys, by the way, I have to tell you guys, by the way, I do a lot of hard work on this technology as far as the FaceTime, the camera. I've worked out some gags, and when you try them out right there. How's that go? Where's the record?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm developing a lot of them. I'm also working on one called the head-mounted can, where you go like this. Alright, go for it. What's your name, brother?
Jacob. I'm JQ's roommate, and I was wondering if you had some dirt on him.
First of all, what's the loudest?
What?
Number 2, Who farts the loudest?
Oh, wait, obviously. You gotta leave the room. You gotta quarantine it.
That's how you establish roommate dominance.
Can you teach me how to establish roommate?
Can I teach you how to what now?
Establish roommate dominance without farting.
What you're gonna want to do is you're gonna slice an orange and just hold it in front of your nose there.
Alright. You and Jake, you should do a podcast. You're very cute. I like
Well, that's what things happening.
Oh, he's asking about your Facebook.
Oh,
Okay, good.
I just really like They Live. I'm just a big fan.
That's great.
I've come to... Anyway, I have a theory, and I need it disproved just so I can stop thinking about it. So, you, Gina Torres, Adam Baldwin, and I can't remember if Alan Tudyk were in ODST, Halo 3 ODST, right?
Yeah, was there too, yeah.
Okay. You and Gina Torres were also in Destiny, you especially in Taken King.
Yes.
When is Bungie making a unification working? When is it happening?
Ooh.
Just think about it for a second. How great would that be?
That's a really good idea that I'm going to take credit for. War video games would be like more of an action adventure, you know?
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it, man.
Hey, I wanted to ask a
Hey,
question.
brother.
I'm doing okay. Yes, thank you.
Oh, okay.
It's a Brown Coats t-shirt. I wanted to ask about Castle, though, since I don't have any other questions about Firefly that haven't already been asked. There were several episodes of Castle that had, like, sci-fi elements, like the live-action laser gun or the guy from the future, who at the end seemed to be proven that he actually was from the future. Like, to what extent do you see going forward them having sci-fi-ish episodes or actual sci-fi stuff happening?
I'm trying to remember what's next. I mean, we did Aliens, we did Mars Mars Habitat. We did, like you said, we did the Sci-Fi Con episode. So
That had the laser gun in it.
No, how about like Swamp Monster?
Yeah.
We did Bigfoot. I think anything that's far-fetched and it can lend itself to a lot of great jokes that people can enjoy the fact that Castle is kind of steeped in wanting to believe these things. He's very Mulder in that way, isn't he?
A little.
You know?
Except Beckett's Scully syndrome isn't quite as severe.
Agree.
Usually I don't get along with others all that well. I just wanted to ask you, you've reprised a lot of roles in sci-fi and not so sci-fi experiences, but what was your favorite world to exist in?
Yeah, that would have to be Firefly. Because you know what, they did a really good job of making it homey. There was a little living room we had on the ship that was super homey, and we went to other planets and did a good job of dressing them up, and it was all this very pioneering kind of a feel. So everything felt earthy and home-like, and sometimes we would have, we shot a scene in Firefly where we're all eating steak. We're all real super happy, it was great. steak, the cattle on board, and they call it lunch, and we had these steaks in front of us, so a couple of us just sat and ate the steaks in the little living room. Now, if that doesn't feel like home, I mean, come on, like I could really escape into like, it could totally be happening. It's totally real.
So last year you were in some promos for the new Muppet Show, and you were one of Miss Piggy's many suitors, along with William Shatner actually over Twitter. Right now, season 2 of that show is a bit up in the air. We're not sure if that's happening again or not. But if it were to come back, any chance of seeing you as a guest star for an episode?
Certainly a chance. That was a show I grew up on. You guys are too young for that stuff. That was fun when I was a kid. And big stars, huge stars were on all the time. Really cool. And that they are still around and still doing their thing. I'm glad that it's not all my Muppets references are lost on the entire generation. That's my generation. You guys we have dial-up. Time the picture came in and you were downloading, you didn't want to see it. Good question. Hey, brother.
That's right. And if Joss were to like hand off your number to the Russo brothers or any of the other directors doing MCU movies, is there a certain superhero you would want them to cast you as?
Well, we're fast running out of superheroes. It's happening.
We are.
But, anybody read the comic book series Old Man Logan?
Yeah.
Okay, so the whole idea about every hero has got like 50 villains and they don't just get organized, they can really do a number on these guys. So they departmentalize and they specialize and they take out all the heroes and they take over the entirety of the United States and the culture changes. It's awful. Anyway, I would do a villain in a heartbeat. There's so many of them. I'm not giving me a villain. I can do it.
Second question. Do the writers tell you way in advance that you're going to do a Firefly reference in any Castle episodes that they put a Firefly reference into? Or do they just spring it on you in the script?
Well, the script, they kind of spring on us too. It's often, it used to be a game where they'd hand it to you like super duper early. That's what they all talk about in the old days. All the scripts were already written. But we get ours the day before we start filming them. So it's a surprise when you usually get the script. It's nothing like they were saying. I mean, it's always a pleasant surprise. It's always a pleasant surprise. I don't look at it and go, I'm not doing this.
Alright, thank you.
Now, tell me, what function does the arm serve? Is it simply zombie apocalypse?
No, it's a mechanical arm. It's supposed to have holograms on the tip, but I'm obviously not enough of an electro engineer to do that.
I see. Okay. Well, let's get on it and call me and give me a moment when you're done.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
I'll look her up. How much does this thing weigh?
Too much. It's really funky. My arm's too small for it.
Develop left arm.
I know, I'm just going to reach out to wave someone and smack the person behind me. I live in constant fear of that. But anyway, so first of all, thank you so much for doing this. I'm like super excited that I'm going so much that I forgot my question. Of all the roles you have played, what was your least favorite and why?
What was my least favorite? I know there are jobs I didn't do a very good the experience filming it, I don't remember any that I'd rather do. I think they're all kind of cool in some way. Maybe some experiences, people are a little friendlier than others. Sometimes I think people are a little hard, but that's just any job you go to when you're a new kid on the block. You know.
Thank you.
Love you. Hey there.
I'm Camille, and I'm Canadian, and I know that you're Canadian, so I want to...
Hey, everybody, hold up. I'm Canadian, so...
Great. So what do you think of Justin Trudeau?
Whoa.
I met Justin Trudeau at a charity event, like, a long time ago. He was a politician, but he was, I know, in the running for Prime Minister.
Right.
American.
Uh-oh.
Prime Ministers are presidents. It's a very important office. So, we super cool guy. I think amazing prime minister. I think the country needs a change, and I think Prime Minister Trudeau would do.
Cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, Nathan. I'm Justin. And got...
Justin Trudeau.
I am not the Prime Minister of any nation. I run the club, that's about it. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good.
So, if you were to put together your dream cast and dream director for any job, who do you think would be on?
Living or dead?
Yeah, sure, living or dead.
Then I would pick everyone dead because no one had ever had involved in one movie before, and it would be down to get an Oscar.